Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're looking at this wonderful knife here. This is a big bruiser sleeve board design. Two-bladed sleeve board. Try to get my cat hairs out of there. Beautiful, beautiful old knife. Pre-1940 knife. I think this one dates further back from 1910 to 1920, I believe. Just absolutely gorgeous knife. Wait till you see the blades on this thing and hear the walk and talk on it. It is in fantastic condition. All right, if you'd like to hear more about that knife, go ahead and check out the video.
It was a long time ago. I probably already duped out.
Did you think you ate a worm?
No. I was trying to floss my teeth with it. That's what I do with strings. I find a string, then I see if it's my size, and then I put it in my mouth. That's how I do.
That's pretty nasty.
I know.
Who chewed up this urchin, devoured it.
Because they're germy.
I deserve this XP. I worked hard for this. I clicked it.
All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi, all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, konnichiwa, and good day, mate, to my foreign viewers. Boy, I haven't said that in so long, I had trouble remembering all of that. But anyhow, we're talking about this knife right here. It is a Robeson sleeve board, big knife, 3 3/4 inches. Beautiful design on this knife. And I thought I'd pair it up. This is a case 031, and it is almost exactly the same, 3 3/4, and then this is a Colt, which is 3 3/4. All of them are two-blade jacks, right? Two-bladed, yeah. All of them are two-bladed jacks, so I thought I'd just compare them a little bit as we go through and look at this knife right here. Man, it's a nice knife. Let's look at it. Alrighty. So you have a 3 3/4 inch sleeve board jack. Has a nice nickel silver gimp shield, or as RJ likes to put it, the hot dog shield. Heaven forbid. You have nice jigged bone here. I think this bone is green bone. Knife is old enough to have green bone. There really isn't any brown on this. So I think it may be green bone actually. Early on, Robeson, almost all their knives they made with green bone. And when they switched, almost all their knives they made in brown bone. So they were really consistent. And you have brass pins and brass liners. And these are carbon steel bolsters, actually. Look pretty good for carbon steel, but they're carbon steel bolsters on here. Let's just look at it a little bit. Look at that. Perfect rounds. The polish on the top square, you see that? Looks pretty good even there. All right, let's open her up. You got a pin blade, nice action on it. You have a Robeson, curved Robeson company on the bottom. Common to all their secondary blades. Let's listen. Wow. Wow. That's nice. That's nice on an old knife. Half stops. You can hear that. I'm going to tell you something before I get to it. The half stop on this, the pull on this knife is so good that when this thing pops into the half stop, it almost comes out of your hand. So nice saber grind on this. Really nice flat up here. Barely can see the Robeson edge right there. A lot of wear on this knife. Look at the swedge. Just the aggressive swedge on it. Something you would see on custom knives now. So there's the other side. Really nice. Let's pop her in there. Oh man, that's hard, guys. Wow. Look at the hole put in my finger doing that. See it? That's some good resistance there. Looks really good. You know, this is an old knife. I think at one time these were probably mirror polished. Looks pretty good on the inside. Again, perfect transitions. You can't hardly see a line there. And watch this thing go to the half stop. So it's hard pushing. You hear that? When you do that with one hand, it wants to just pop out of your hand. Slam! Slam! Slam shut. Really nice looking knife. Oh, okay, I'm just drooling over this knife. So this is a case 31, same thing. I think it's a 031. It's a XX USA, got some dots in there. So it's a 70s version. Pretty much the same thing, you know, you have a saber grind there. A lot easier to open this up. Bing, snap in, thank you. Nice pin blade. I like these big jacks. Look how that fits in your hand. So yeah, these things really are kind of scarce, right? I don't know why that is. Maybe collectors sucked them all up, or maybe they just didn't make a lot. When you look through the catalogs, most of the knives are 3.5 or below. So these type of big knives, just, you know, they didn't sell a lot of them. And I think the ones they did were mainly for people with big hands. But my hands aren't huge, but I really like the feel of a knife in this 3 3/4 inch range. These Rough Rider knives that are being produced in 3 3/4, this is a Colt knife. But you know, I think that's the way to go. They're really useful. They feel really good in your hand. You don't have to worry about losing contact with them. You know, when you're really working, you got a good grip. And so a 3.5 inch knife is great. But as far as a work knife, I'd rather have one a little bit bigger. And you know, what's the difference between 3 3/4 and 3 5/8? You know, not a whole lot. But the truth is, you have that whole huge bedspread. But the thing that makes the difference is that little bit of bedspread at the bottom where your feet are. Because if your feet aren't covered, you're cold. And so little tiny differences, they make a difference. Sometimes they're the greatest difference. And you know, to me that 3 3/4 is just perfect. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm crazy? Or am I right? 3 3/4 inches, pretty good EDC length on it. Anyhow, beautiful knife here. Old knife, 20s, 80s, 100. I think this knife is, well, I know it's 104 years old. Maybe older, probably older than 104. Just fantastic walk and talk on that thing for 100. I'm 4 years old. Oh, thanks again. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic content. These great old knives. I really appreciate you checking out the channel. Thanks again.